Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you the final checkout and repair of a Sitel. This is Bud's telephone from Arizona. And basically we did an initial checkout video of this telephone, and what we had was it must have taken some kind of hit or drop, and we had a bunch of loose parts in the unit, some hot glue and some broken board for the hook switch. And basically I took this board for the hook switch that was all busted up and put it back together again so I could use it and redesign another board from this board. So basically what we've done here is I created another board, and so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be connecting this board up and reinstalling it. Now I already went through the PC board and repaired the traces that I needed to repair in the solder, because really what happened here is everything kind of got broken up and it just was all loose. So we've also repaired the hook switch plunger, and this comes out now and returns when you have your hook switch in there. So what we want to do now is I want to clean my soldering iron, and we're going to start soldering in the new switch. It's actually not a new switch. We're using his old switch. There's nothing wrong with it. It's the board that was replaced. I just made a new board for it. And so we're going to get ready here. And we want to take this, and I'm going to go ahead and tin up all the connections on this new board. I want to make sure we tin up the contacts here. Another little thing we can do to give it a little more stability is take some solder wick and install some solder wick on it, on each one, and that'll almost give it a little of a rim so that it doesn't just stabilizes it a little more. We can do that all the way down. Put a piece on each one, each leg of the switch. And then we'll test the phone out real quick. And after the video, what we'll do is I'll stabilize everything, the main PC board, and the piezo buzzer, because basically after we get done with this switch and board, I want to tin up my my hook switch lines. If you tin everything up, you know, your solder's it's gonna be easier to solder everything. get a little more solder on that. It's not going to hurt to put as much solder as you want on the bottom of this board. It's not going to hurt a thing. It'll also stabilize the switch better the more solder you have on the back side of this. It doesn't have to look real pretty, it just has to work. That's all that matters. As soon as we get this guy here in the right position, okay. Now we have all of our lines back on our hook switch, and this is basically a replacement of the board. That gives you some kind of idea what that looks like now. Now on the original, they had some offset holes just to go over to the hook switch, traces that run over to the hook switch, but you don't have to worry about that. They're, you know, they don't really need them there, and it's not gonna make a difference. So, because basically they're going to the hook switch, and that's where they belong. And then that hook switch will sit in here like this. It can only go one way, because if you look at this hook switch where you see the solder side of the board, it won't fit like that. See, there's even some more pieces in here dropping out. It's just stuff that was all broken up. The board can only fit like this, going up. It has to sit like that. So what I did here was, on the original screws, wanted to put some washers on them, and we'll screw them in. First we want to do a little test on it. Get our line cord over here, and this should just activate. As soon as I plug this in, it should activate the analyzer, and it did. Now it's hung up, off hook, on hook. I'm going to reach over and hit a couple of numbers. I'm going to talk into the handset or transmit. If you see this red light on this analyzer here, that's an indication of 100% modulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what we want to do is we want to hang the telephone up, and I want to ring it. So we know this telephone is in working condition now, and what I want to do is I want to get a couple screws in this hook switch, and put it back where it belongs. be a little difficult here. It's hard to kind of get in there and work. Start our second screw here. There you go. So now I'm just going to tuck this in here real quick for some quick test. And then we'll put it all back together again, because we know that the telephone is basically repaired now. Have dial tone. Move some of the broken pieces out of the way. Get rid of our board here. We don't need that any longer. What we can do now is go ahead and ring it. Dial tone. We're going to walk through our numbers. Star, pound. This should be flash. That was redial. And then I'll hang up and hit redial. Oh, that might be flash there. Okay, they have an R here on the keypad, and then they have RP. So we're just kind of going to figure out what they've got here. Let me see what that's all about. RP is their redial. And I do believe R is probably going to be I'm not sure what their R is for, because it doesn't seem to work like a flash would. It's not really that important. What's important is that our telephone works now. And we'll go through the numbers one more time. I'm going to end in a 2. I'm going to transmit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every time you see that red light, that's an indication of 100% modulation. Now what we can do is move the telephone line over to a regular line. And we'll dial time and temp.
Good afternoon. Our body shop can repair almost any make and model for less. Offenburg, Belleville, 234-0330. Today is Friday, October 28th. The time is 3:44. Current temperature 64 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area. Mostly clear tonight, patchy frost, lows in the mid-30s. Mostly sunny on Saturday, highs around 60.
Now what I can do is hang the telephone up and dial my number. It'll be busy. Hang the telephone up again. I'll dial Walmart.
Thank you for calling Walmart. Thank you for choosing Belleville Super Center where you can save money and live better. How may I help you?
Yeah, could I have the deli real quick? Thank you.
Hello, Walmart Deli.
Yeah, is the deli where the donuts are?
No.
No? What is that, the bakery?
Yeah.
Do they have any old stale donuts over there that they sell cheaper?
I don't know. I'll transfer you over there so you can... Okay?
I appreciate that. Hello? Oh, well. It doesn't really matter because the telephone is repaired, and it didn't seem like she was having any kind of a hard time hearing me. But Bud should be happy to be able to get his telephone back, and it's a cool telephone, and it's in working condition again. So he should have no problems with it now. And I'm going to call Time and Temp one more time.
Good afternoon. Shop our entire location online anytime at Offenburg.com. Today is Friday, October 28th. The time is 3:47. Current temperature 64 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the...
Okay. So now that the telephone's repaired, I'm just going to finalize a few things, stabilize the piezo buzzer and stabilize the main PC board. And this telephone is finished up, basically. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.